Word up. It's your boy Carcino. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Camron. Killer Cam is right back in the news when he haven't even did anything. They're like, man, what's going on here? Cam and Juelz is fighting. Juelz Santana from jail decides to put out a mixtape. Now, these songs that you're hearing that he got are old. These are old songs. But people look at it as if it's a new thing, and they knew that. But there was a time when there was a beef going on. Def Jam had Juelz signed to them at the time. And because they were signed to Juelz, there was a problem with how they were structuring things. I mean, now we know the problem is just Def Jam itself. But at that time, there was a problem ensuing that people knew nothing about. They didn't even know how to deal with it, what was going on. So when you're looking at everything in totality, you're like, hey, hey, what's happening here? It's not making sense. So anyway, Juelz wanted to make moves. He wanted to go over there with Cash Money. He was doing mixtapes with Lil Wayne, and he's got all this buzz. He's crushing Wayne on the tapes, and people are loving it. He's ready to make moves. But he was like, man, why I can't do this? And they was like, well, it's Cam. Cam? Yeah, we want to do all this, but, you're signed to Cam, and Cam is holding you up. And he was like, Cam, why is Cam holding me up? And he can't get in contact with Cam. Because during this time, this is way back when Cam and 50 had his issue. And he was beefing with Jay. And he was in Orlando helping his mom who had strokes. She had a stroke. So she was down there at the stroke center. And that was that. So naturally things change. And when things change, they didn't stay on the same level forever. It went from one area to a whole nother deterrence. Meaning that once Cam went from to take care of his moms and what's not, he just let the business go by the wayside. And everybody's tied to him. Jimmy's blowing up right now, got balling, so it looked like Cam is jealous. 50 ran him off. And they wasn't even cool. Like, Dipset wasn't with that at all. They was like, Jimmy, like, I ain't trying to war with nobody. I got too much money to get right now. Which is natural. You don't want to go into a war with somebody when you got all this going on. So Cam finally comes back and start talking. He does an interview with, I believe, XXL. I could be wrong, but I believe it was them. And Cam was coming out with his new album, I Get It in Ohio, and all this stuff. And he's talking about what happened with Juelz. And he started talking about how the dude got hooked on lean and syrup and all these different things. And it's like, man, this dude, man, he always got a Hawaiian punch. And he's every time I see him, he's all leaned out, and I'm like, you dude, you not from Houston, man. In Houston, they do that. They don't do that out here in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You all syruped up and leaned out. I mean, don't the blunt get you high enough? You gotta go on to this syrup. So I can't really do business with him. You know, so I'm in negotiations right now with Def Jam. So he was in negotiations with Def Jam to try to move him at that time. And he was like, if it was really a beef like that, I could hold out and just hold his contract for like years. You know, we coming up with a settlement price and I'm gonna let him go out of this deal. So he did. Juelz Santana is not with Camron and hadn't been for years. Camron sold his contract for $2 million to Def Jam. They bought him outright. So anything that Juelz wanted to do, it was up to Juelz. But like Cam was like, I talked to his moms. I talked to his moms. I hit his moms up. And I was like, yo, Mom Dukes, what's going on? Why your son's all wiggled out? And she was like, I don't understand it. It's this syrup. That's all he's talking about. So I can't really deal with him right now. So Juelz is hot that Cam went and put all of this on a record, you know, I mean, put all this in an interview and embarrassing him like that. And he's like, we supposed to be brothers. So that's what this song is about. This song was made back then and didn't get a chance to come out. Because since then, they've linked up, did another song, did all this other stuff. I guess he knew when he had no more teeth in his mouth that maybe it was the lean and all these other drugs that was taking him down the wrong path. You know, some people get clarity once the drugs start kicking in. Like, you know, I don't think it was a good idea for me to do that drug idea. I think maybe that was a bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad call. Now I have no teeth. You know, in prison, that just worked out perfect for them. Called him Gummy. Yo, get Gummy over here. Spit some rhymes, Gummy. Yo, Gummy over there got a hummer. Do hum some rhymes. Come on, Gummy. Oh, wow. People are really going through a panic and a freak out. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Just had to talk about what's going on with the Camron song. I mean, the Juelz song. Now, Juelz Santana and Camron, and Jimmy are now all in cahoots. They supposed to be coming out with a Dipset album again when they come out. It's like that boat has come and sailed. That's like 50 going to do a G-Unit album right now. I would love it, but the crowd and the audience that listen to G-Unit have moved on. The people that used to listen to Dipset, they now about 36. They 36, they got kids, they got a wife, they got a 9 to 5 they gotta go to now. When they were Dipset back then, they was wearing pink and black and all kind of weird colors and living with their moms, hanging out with the homeboys. That time and era has sailed, but that's all they got. So they like, look, this is what we got to ride on. People want to see us come back together, do some shows. I'm like, nobody really wants to see that. Dipset never, they thought they were bigger than what they were. They had a buzz. A buzz and blowing are two different things. G Unit blew. They were up there. They were selling millions of records. Dipset was some cool hood stuff from the block that actually didn't capitalize off of the buzz. So all of this is marketing, but I wasn't a dip. You know, I felt like they had some songs that was all right, but I was never. Jim Jones can't rap to me. He's not a rapper. He's just not a rapper. Juelz was the only one that really had some bars, and Cam could rap. So once he found a style that he can hone as his own, then yeah, Cam was up there. But other than that, they didn't have no interesting songs. None that really stuck out to me. They were all gimmicky. So, you know, it is what it is. But I couldn't. A clique like that that's always fighting. You know, I mean, they go on radio stations. You got Jim Jones balling out. I'm balling out of control right now. I'm the hottest thing in the game. Next thing you know, you're on the radio station crying. Cam won't even talk to me. Then Jay-Z take him and put him on Rock Nation. Like another shot at Cam. They bring Jimmy in. It's it's looking bad out here for these dudes, man. It was looking real confusing. Never seen guys war with each other so much. Make up, then war with each other, then try to create a fake beef and try to get something going. It just don't make sense to me. So on that note, I'm out.